Hello again, it's another cold afternoon here in the UK, and since it's November and getting closer to America's Thanksgiving, we don't have that history here, but I love the sentiment behind it. This afternoon I'm making a pumpkin spice cheesecake. It's more of a practice run because hopefully as we get closer to the day, I may decide to do my own version of the USA's Thanksgiving dinner, but it does depend on what I have going on, so we shall see. This is a new recipe, so it's good to test it and see if I and others enjoy it. I begin with these Christmas editions of a chocolate digestive biscuit, but it's with added ginger. So that will work really well with this cheesecake. Although I only have a few left, so I'll use up what I have. It wasn't enough, but it'll do. It's just to cover the base. I then melt butter and combine it to the crushed biscuits, and I will leave that to set. Next, it's on to the filling. So I begin with the pumpkin puree. I add some vanilla extract, and then I use low-fat cream cheese rather than the full fat. I give that a good mix until nice and smooth. Then I add about half a cup of the sour cream. As you can see, I didn't weigh this out at all. I just threw in half of it and hoped for the best. Then 6 ounces of sugar, 2 eggs. I think an electric hand whisk would have added more air and given it a lighter texture, but I just mixed it all by hand. And then I added a tablespoon of cornstarch. I wanted to add a tablespoon of cinnamon and ginger, but again I just eyeballed it. And finally the zest of 1 orange, and I cooked it on 180 for about 45 minutes, maybe closer to 50 minutes. And there, that was my cheesecake made. Welcome back. As you saw, I had a lovely walk yesterday, and you can really feel the change in the season now. It's getting so much colder. We've had quite a few grey skies in the UK, and couple that with the dark nights, the early dark nights and the dark mornings, it is feeling very wintry. When I did return from my walk, I thought I would break out my stash of canned pumpkin puree. I bought this some months ago from an online shop and have been saving it for such a day. I saw a recipe for pumpkin cheesecake and it sounded delicious. And then I thought I can decorate it to make it look like a pumpkin pie. Although last time I tried pumpkin pie, I wasn't a fan, but I love cheesecake and I'm always a fan of that. And I know I like pumpkin spice cupcakes and things like that. So I had high hopes for this and I really enjoyed it. Although I feel the orange peel overwhelms the flavour, I wouldn't put it in next time. I didn't really follow the recipe, nor was I particularly good at weighing out my ingredients, but I'll put the recipe that I threw together in the description box below. But I would suggest looking for one which is written by a traditional food writer. Let's move on to books. While I was making the cheesecake, I was listening to Gentlest of Wild Things by Sarah Underwood. This is Greek mythology. It's about Irene and her twin sister Phoebe. Their uncle promises to marry Phoebe to a man called Leandros. Irene, in a bid to protect her sister, goes in her place and makes a deal with Leandros that he will leave Phoebe alone if she completes 4 tasks that he will set for her. So far, I'm really enjoying listening to this, so I will carry on with that one. The other book I'm physically reading is Summer Island by Christian Hanna. This isn't the type of book I usually would pick up, but I've heard the reviews are good. I've read the first chapter, which sets the scene nicely, which is an advice columnist is estranged from her daughter. The daughter is a struggling comedian. The blurb then goes on to say that the mother is in a car accident and the daughter goes to look after her, but it's only because she wants to write a story on her mother. Sounds quite emotional, but it was a good opening chapter. I'm already interested in their story and why their relationship fell apart and where the story is heading and if they reconcile. So we'll hopefully be able to enjoy that this week. Haven't got much planned for this week. So it's a good opportunity to stay in the warm, cozy on down, get a nice cup of tea and a good book. That is the good thing about winter. It is book season to stay in and just to read. So that is what I will be doing with my pumpkin cheesecake. And that is everything for this video. I will see you next week for another one. Thank you for watching and see you all soon. Bye.